Thanks for downloading another segment from the Best of the Classic Metal Show. The Classic Metal Show is heard live on Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. And now here's another piece of Classic Metal Show history on the Best of the Classic Metal Show.
The Classic Metal Show.
That's Heart with Crazy on You right here on 104.7, The Rocket Morning Show. And this is your guest host, Neeley, along with my good friend Chris Aiken. And we host the Classic Metal Show right here on The Rocket at, 11 p.m. on Friday nights?
10 p.m. real in the local time there in Enid.
Central Time.
That's right.
So, you can check out the Classic Metal Show, the radio-friendly 2-hour version at 10 p.m. Central Time right here at 104.7 The Rocket. And if you want to listen to a little more risque version, we are live at cmsradio.net on Saturday night from 8 p.m. Central Time until 2 a.m. So we get 6 hours of me and you.
Yeah, me, you, and a lot of profanity and a lot of filthy talk that you can basically at this point only hear on satellite radio or in a comedy club.
Yeah, basically. Well,
that's about it.
Well, that was a good interview with Jake Brown, who wrote a book on Heart. And what's the name of that book again?
The name of the book is called Heart in the Studio.
Excellent. Well, I'm heading out to see Heart. I believe it's here in the Chicagoland area. I believe it's September 12th. That's a Friday night. I'm going to go see Heart, Cheap Trick, and Journey, and check out the new Journey frontman. What's his name?
Arnel Pineda.
Yeah, he's what is he? What nationality is he?
I don't know. He's one of those little Filipino guys or something.
He's
like Filipino.
He's a Filipino.
Yeah, he's something. I don't know.
I don't think they have many of those running around in the Enid, Oklahoma area.
No, not too many Filipino immigrants here in Enid.
We don't care for your kind around here.
Listen, little Asian boy, get out of my country. I mean my state, but it really is a country. The country of Enid, Oklahoma, goddammit.
Now. Take it easy there, Red.
I don't like anything but tanned white people here in Enid. That's what I want to hear.
Now, Skeeter. Take it easy there.
Hey, did you happen to see that boy? I think he was Asian. He was in the store. He was buying rice. I think he was Asian.
Was he riding a crotch rocket, too?
He was on one of those hillbilly Kawasaki hardling bikes. And did you see him? I don't know how that boy could see the road between the visor on that helmet and those little bitty squinty eyes.
Well, you be racist and stuff.
I'm trying to be.
That reminds me of, speaking of those foreign motorcycles, Kawasaki's and whatnot. I remember years ago, and it still holds true today. If you're a motorcycle rider and you like to ride the Harleys, which in my opinion is the only bike I would own.
Okay.
People where I used to work rode Harleys to work, and every now and again somebody would ride up with their little rice burner, or their crotch rocket, as we called them.
Sure.
And we had one guy. He was a big old Harley guy. He's stereotypical Harley guy. Big, broody guy, big old raggedy beard, long hair. Nicest guy you could know. He'd always keep a little baggie of rice in his saddlebag there on his Harley. And anytime he'd see one of those bikes, he'd sprinkle that rice underneath the bike. And then he'd wait till the owner to come out. He says, "Hey, I think you got a leak."
That's funny, man.
That is funny. So he had a pretty good sense of humor about that stuff.
Yeah, well, I actually used to own a rice burner. I owned a Kawasaki 550 at one point. And, man, you can't put – the worst part about having one of those bikes, and it may be different today, but somehow I doubt it, is that you can't park this thing with other bikes, ever. You can't, like, if you went to, like, a concert or something, you know how most concert venues or sporting event venues, they have, like, a place that all the motorcycles park?
Right, they got motorcycle parking there, right?
Yeah, if you park your bike next to, 500 Harleys that are parked there, you'll come back and your bike will be kicked over.
Oh, of course.
Guaranteed. Every time it's kicked over.
Absolutely. So
or upside down. I came back one time. This is a true story. I was out at a concert out at an outdoor venue here in the Ohio area, and I came back and my bike literally was tipped completely over, sitting on its handlebars in the seat.
Get that piece of junk out of here.
They flipped it. Gas all poured out of the gas tank all over the ground.
Yeah, Harley riders sure don't like those foreign bikes around the Harleys. So, yeah, definitely. If you're out at a bike rally or at a concert like Chris was saying and you park your rice burner next to the Harleys, you're liable to come back and have some wheels missing or, tipped over or maybe even completely gone.
What do you think they think of guys like Scott Clark who bring up their Schwinn?
Well, I think they'd kind of take pity on them and they'd just basically leave them alone.
Don't you just picture Scott and Anita on one of those two-seater bikes just riding down the streets of Enid, waving to all the neighborhood businesses? Hey, Joe. Hey, Billy Bob. How you been? We're just out on a little bike ride, me and Anita.
On a little bicycle built for two.
That's right.
Excellent.
With Anita in the front and Scott in the back, just holding those fake handlebars, pretending like he's doing something. Sure.
This is Neeley and Chris Aiken on your Labor Day edition of the 104.7 Rocket Morning Show. And speaking of Scott and Anita, they're taking the day off today and letting us take over the Rocket studios this morning.
Lazy old people, man. I swear to God, they all say it's just because they've had a hard life and they're wearing out. I just say that old people are lazy.
Is that what it is? Is it just laziness, or or maybe they just feel the need to take some pity on us and let the spotlight shine on us for a change?
Well, the spotlight shines on us wherever we are, so I don't think it could be that. But I think in Scott and Anita's case, the combination of fake age as an excuse, plus the real combination of way too many prescription and non-prescription drugs has really taken its toll.
Nice. Very nice. Well, dude, what do you say we get back into some music? Coming up later in the show, we're going to be speaking with Nils Lofgren of the Bruce Springsteen E Street Band. That comes up later on in the show, and we also got a pretty good segment coming up this morning where Chris and I are going to do a little bit of analysis on some of the popular 70s tunes.
Yeah, we're going to bring a segment we do on the Classic Metal Show to this show today.
Excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to that. But until then, let's jump into some music. I see that you've got some music queued up. I think this next segment is all about me. I see you got some John Mellencamp lined up, and you got Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, December of 1963, which growing up I thought that was about me, being that I was born in December of 63 myself.
Must have been.
Yeah. And you got some Edwin McCain coming up. But first off, we got probably one of my favorite bands growing up in the 70s, the band Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good tune here.
Yeah, Chicago celebrating, they started in 67, so they're in their 41st year.
Jesus, 41 years and they're still going strong?
They're still going strong, and this one comes from their 1977 release, Chicago 11, with Baby What a Big Surprise, which was the last album that featured their founding member and guitarist Terry Kath, who unfortunately succumbed to a bullet wound to the head.
God, too bad it wasn't Peter Cetera. Jeez, boy, he really ruined that band for years.
You think?
Yeah, a bullet to his head wouldn't have been so bad.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Terry Kath, who was a very blues-based guitarist, they say it was an accident. Some people say that it was intentional. He was having some depression problems at the time. He had a automatic pistol, a 9mm, I believe it was. And
how do you accidentally shoot yourself in the head?
Well, supposedly, as the story goes,
all right.
As the story goes, he was cleaning his pistols. He was a gun collector.
Was he cleaning them with his tongue?
Well, he was cleaning his pistols and, sitting there with his 9mm. And you know how people just, kind of play around with guns and they put it to their head like they're going to kill themselves?
Right, sure.
Well, evidently he was he made the big mistake that a lot of people make when it comes to automatic or semi-automatic pistols, to where you take the clip out, but you forget to clear the chamber.
Really?
And supposedly he didn't have the clip in the gun, and he was kind of playing around. He was over at their engineer's house with this pistol, and I guess he was kind of goofing around with it and sitting on the couch there. And I guess their engineer said to him, "Hey, be careful with that. Make sure you have the clip out." And he said, "What do you think? I'm going to shoot myself or something?" And he takes the gun and puts it to his head and pulled the trigger, and it had a bullet in the chamber.
Oh my God! I'd never heard this.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't believe that story for one second.
That's like I said, as the story goes.
Do you believe that story?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I couldn't tell you.
I'm going to make a statement. The guy wasted himself on purpose.
You think so? He committed suicide?
Dude, come on. No one accidentally shoots themselves in the head.
Sure they do.
No, they don't.
Well,
they go in with a mission. The mission is to leave half of their head as a piece of artwork on the back wall.
Well, the original story was that he was playing Russian roulette, which is done playing with a pistol that has the barrel in it.
Okay.
Or the I don't know what you want to call that.
It has one round.
It has the chambers, right? Well, this was not one of those. This one had a clip.
Okay.
So, the whole Russian roulette thing was, just a story.
Yeah. Somehow I don't think you're going to win.
Yeah, exactly. So, evidently this pistol he was supposedly cleaning with the clip out of it, had a bullet in the chamber. He put it to his head, clicked the trigger, and that was all there was to it.
So this song we're about to play was named after that incident by the engineer?
I think it's ironic, but baby, what a big surprise. Right here on
Baby, what a big surprise.
Right here on 104.7 The Rocket Morning Show. Thanks for checking out the best of the Classic Metal Show. You can tune into the Classic Metal Show live every Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com.
The Classic Metal Show.